Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome on in. It is Elsa 932 on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. We are here for another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. We are here. I guess this is a two-parter. This is a two-parter because they had to do a showcase last week. Then this week, it's Rate a Queen. And we are here for the second part and see who actually goes home. Because Mother Ru said somebody is going home. Ain't no saves this week. Somebody is going home. Okay. So we are here. This is episode 6. And we are here. Remember, last week, Juicy Love Dion and Mia Starr, they won collectively together. They won together. Now that was really, really, really correct. I have no bones to pick. Not that I can have a bone to pick. This is not my show. But we do have an opinion around here. And the opinion around here is about the fashion that the queens take down the runway and about the show altogether. Okay? All about the show. So come on in, hit that like, and let's get to it. So we go back there. Hey, Sam, I see you. I see you're here. We go back and the both queens are happy. Mia Starr and Juicy Love Dion, they are happy that they have won together. They are both Miami queens. They love it down because Juicy goes on to say that, you know, Mia Starr has been supporting her career and being supportive of her in drag, which that's what RuPaul's Drag Race is about. Okay. It's about the queens really supporting the queens. Then Athena talks about how proud she is of them winning together. And she has mothered this whole situation to make sure that her people rise to the top. Athena, you making it sound like you are the one, cooking up the gumbo in the back. You make it sound, Athena, like you cooking up the gumbo in the back. Hey, Cheryl, good to see you. Good to have you here. Athena talking like she's the one that put this whole thing together. We watching you, Athena. How much control, Athena, do you have? Hate to go to Africa. Good to see you. How much control do you have, Athena? I know you were cooking up stuff in the back, but the way you said it, you made it seem like you had control. So Jane Doan says, I'm here without a support system. But meanwhile, she's talking about Mia Starr, Juicy Love, Athena. They're here like they're at a family reunion. Their whole support system, their whole family is here. Now, Sierra Miss wants to talk to Group 1. She's like, come on, girls, we got to strategize. Because remember, Sierra Miss is on the bottom. Sierra Miss was on the bottom. So she has to lip sync against someone from Group 2. So she says, Group 1, come, let's talk. Group 1, let's talk over here. Now, Juicy and Mia Starr say family come first. No matter what, and that means Athena ain't going to be on nobody's bottom. That is not as it sounded, but good for a laugh. Sarah thinks that she can take Discord Adams in a lip sync. Now, Vita tells us, not them, tells us that unbeknownst to Sierra Mist, Discord is her girl. Discord is her girl, and they have bonded. I was like, oh my, Vita is playing the long game. It was a good episode, but I was a little sad. I don't know if you need tissue, Sam. Okay. You know, a queen does go home. This is what the point of the show is. I think I know why Cheryl's a little sad, but I'm sad for other reasons. But it ain't tearjerker sad. Now, Michelle Visage comes into the workroom and she's like, I got to talk to y'all. I'm not judging y'all. But hey, I got to say something real much. You're welcome to go to Africa. You burned your tongue. I'm sorry. So we need the tissue for something else. Ice cold water pit crew. But Michelle Visage said, hey, the judges are not scoring you. Your fellow queens are scoring you. So I need to talk to you in the workroom. So she talks to the queens who performed last week. And she's like, okay, to Kenya, please her. Kenya, please her. You need to learn your lyrics because I can see that you ain't got that lip sync together. I was like, ooh, Michelle, clutch the pearls. Michelle Visage was not taking any prisoners. She said, I clocked it. You know, I have a saying for my I have a saying for my children: just because mama don't say, don't mean that mama don't see. And that's exactly what came to mind when Michelle Visage said, hey, I may not have told you that on the runway, but these past couple times, girl, can you please her? You ain't been pleasing me with that lip sync and lyric. Okay? Okay? So Michelle Visage collected her. And I was like, ooh, okay. Now Jane Don't said, Kenya's butthole is so tight, she about to suck the stool up that she's sitting on. I said, why did you have to say that, Jane Don't? Now I can't get that out of my head. Now I can't get that out of my head. I can't get that visualization out of my head. So Michelle Visage also meets with the second group of queens, the queens that are performing this week. Everybody's on the runway, but the performance is only a certain number of queens, 5 queens left. And she tells Discord Adams to loosen up on the walk. Loosen up a little bit and your walk will be much better. Discord says, Discord decides to play a little sabotage because, Juicy and Vita went and told Discord, hey, Sierra Mist is coming for you. Sierra Mist is coming for you. And Discord is like, okay, bet. So Discord decides she's going to talk so that Sierra Mist can hear her say, Brittany is my girl. Brittany is who I was like totally down for. I eat Brittany. So Discord is planting the seed so Sierra Mist will be worried about doing a lip sync battle with her to throw Sierra Mist off her scent. Okay? Okay? I'm telling you. So the runway topic today, and I will pull up, y'all, that you know how we do here. I'm going to pull up the fashion and we are going to grade it between, I guess, 0 to 10. Okay. And the runway topic is shake, shake, shake. It's supposed to be movement every time you move and walk with the fashion. Okay. That's how it is. I know y'all talking about other things. That's why I'm posting it up. Okay. Yes. Planting insecurity, dirty work. But hey, you got to get into your competitions. You got to play mind games too, Sam. You got to make sure she know that you ain't just going to play deceased. Okay. You ain't just going to play deceased. You going to collect. Come on now. I have no problem with what Discord was trying to do. No problem at all. No problem at all. So let's get to the runway. First up. Okay. I think I will. Yeah, I'll leave it up. Myki Meeks. Now that was made of a whole bunch of zip ties, thousands of zip ties. So it was a zip tie bikini on her hands and on her legs, like leg warmers. It was moving. I will give her everything. Every time she moved, it was moving. And I liked it. I don't know if y'all liked it, but Myki Meeks. Okay. Myki Meeks. And for what it's supposed to do, movement while, it's supposed to move constantly. That's what it is. Okay. Sam gives it a 5. Okay. Sam gives it a 5. Yeah. And y'all from 0 to 10, let me know what you think about Myki Meeks' fashion. I thought it's creative. It's the zip ties. Thank you to Go to Africa. It's very creative. All the colors of the rainbow with the zip ties. I appreciated this. I really appreciated this. And y'all know how I feel about Myki Meeks. Y'all know how I feel about her. The face is always beat to the gods. The face is beat to the gods. Myki Meeks, I'm telling y'all, the face always gives. It is never declined. Never declined. But yes, it is shake, shake, shake for movement. That outfit was moving the entire time she was on the runway. It required a ton of work. Thousands of zip ties. Okay. Y'all remember that game you used to play as a kid? Well, I know the game where it would be a raffle and sometimes you have to guess how many pieces of candy is in the jar, and whoever is closest in a whole raffle thing, you will win a prize or even a jar full of candy. I think Myki Meeks needs to do that to her outfit. How many zip ties do you think it took to get her outfit together? And that way you can see. Okay. Hey, Lotus Egyptian Flower. Good to see you. Good to have you here. I think we need to, ask Myki Meeks to do that as a as a little joke. Like, how many tire ties do you think it took? Zip ties it took to make this outfit? She just said thousands. Next up is Athena Dion. Okay, Athena Dion, I'm going to remove your comments. Okay. Yes, as usual, Myki Meeks' makeup is flawless. Athena Dion, now she made it to mean like eyes. The eyes have it, and eyelashes. Her hands were eyes on both sides, so she was able to do that. It was very unusual for me to see Athena in something that was kind of campy. It was very interesting. Now, the little eyes on the top and the little eyes around her neck, they moved a lot. The skirt moved a lot, so it was movement. I guess I don't know what movement. I don't know if it was blink. If you can't blink twice, I don't know what the statement piece was trying to go for here. Okay, I don't know what Athena Dion was trying to go for with this piece with the eyes and eye movement. Is it that we blink a lot? I just didn't understand the eyes with the whole movement piece. Okay, I see y'all scores. I'm going to highlight it since I have your comments down. Okay. Mm, mm. Right? Thank you to go to Africa. It's not the same without lotus Egyptian flower. And a 7. Yes, it was middle row. I don't know what, but the blue always looks good on her. And now I'm constantly seeing the blue. I'm getting tired of it. Because the blue is for, her Greek heritage. And I'm like, okay, blue and white, the flag, the Greek, the Greek flag. Athena, don't let me get tired of it. Please, girl. Please. So we have our scores in for Athena Dion. Let's move on. Can you please her? And Jane don't. Let's start with can you please her? Though she is in a black bodysuit, okay? And it is butterflies all around her. Okay? This is can you please her? It is butterflies in her absolutely mile high afro puff, and the butterflies just, coming out of her outfit. Now, Kenya, you've been disappointing me on the runway, and I feel like you need to push it. You need to push it. You give it 9. It's pretty. It's pretty. It is pretty. Okay. It's pretty. I wish we had more than the butterflies. I wish we had. Right. Cheryl, thank you. She got to step it up. She got to step it up. Here's the thing. Here's what it's past tense, but here's where I would have loved and gagged. Can you please her? Okay. If you had made the bottom, even if you had tall boots and the boots were like flowers and daffodils, at the bottom coming up, and the butterflies are all like, coming around the garden, even if your outfit, your bodysuit was a flower, a sunflower or daisy, that would have hit it up a notch. You could have had a cape that you open it up and it's like a flower. Why the butterflies around you, ma'am? I need to know why the butterflies, okay? Yes, the butterflies flitter quite a bit. It was great movement. It was wonderful movement, but it was a lot, okay? I love her, but she's still below standards. Needed to win the show. Yes. And you'll hear what the judges have to say again. We need her to elevate the looks. We do. We needed to elevate the looks. Can't be a bodysuit and pin stuff on. But if you had your boots, and maybe your boots will look like tall grass, and maybe your outfit was a sunflower or a meadow or something. Or to go to Africa, I agree with you. Either she is lazy or has limited talent. I don't know. And she's the queen I root for. Kenya, you ain't pleasing me. You're not pleasing me. This would have been so beautiful and not even taken away from the outfit. If she had dressed like a whole fitted gown, and it come up around her neck like a calla lily, and it's open and the butterflies are flying out. Girl, right? She said she can sew. We ain't seen it yet. Okay. She said she can sew. I don't know. Okay. You say your scores are off. Your scores are off. Hey, if I had the time, I would we'll be watching it together in our hangout spot, but I don't have the time before the show. And with the hot tea that I dropped on my channel, I didn't have the time today. Definitely. Y'all would have been mad at me. Okay. Now, next up is Jane Don't, because as RuPaul says, some girls do, but Jane don't. Jane Don't. Okay, this had a lot of movement. Okay. It was kind of like Carol Channing, you know, the big hello Dolly. If y'all know I'm dating myself by saying that, okay? If you know who Carol Channing is and you know who Hello Dolly is, it's the big hat. The big hat with the, feather around it. Plus it had great movement in the outfit, but I'm not a fan. For what Jane has put down on the runway, I'm not a fan. It's a lot of ribbon. Look at the ribbon on her shoes. Look at the ribbons on her hand. It's a whole lot of ribbon. It's a whole lot of ribbon. Yeah, I'm not a complete fan of it based on what Jane has put down the runway. Sure do. Carol Channing was a sister. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Many people don't know that. I think of first seeing Carol Channing, I knew she was sister. Okay. You can't hide that, But if you know Hello Dolly, where are you, Dolly? Come on now. If you know Hello Dolly, and if you don't, you got to go look it up because Carol Channing, 8. That's what I thought when she came down. It was a Hello Dolly without the proper Hello Dolly dress. But it's not a favorite of mine. But I see all scores 6, 8, 6.5, middle of the road. Okay. Next up, 2 interesting queens came out. Okay. Discord Adams. Okay. Now, Discord, I will have to explain this to y'all. Okay. Discord is wearing a pinstripe suit. You're scoring her more in her skill than I'm in love for the appearance. I understand. Discord Adams. Now, this is a pinstripe suit, y'all. And the way you see the brown, it's gold chains all over from the shoulder to the arms and coming out, the bottom of the jacket. It is basically gold chains all over. So there's a lot of movement. Okay. The top of the head is like a top hat. It's her hair. Then it looks like it's cash at the top of it. And then the hat is, sit to the side. This had a lot of movement. And her walk, the judges did say that, hey, the walk is loosening up a bit. She's trying. So Discord Adams, y'all put your scores below. I think it was different than what I'm used to seeing her. Okay. I think it's different. Really, really different. And those of you who are coming in after or catching this on the replay, please put your scores as well as who is your top queen and who are your bottoms for the week. But this was okay. Okay, it was okay. I'm agreeing with y'all scores. It was middle of the road, but it had a lot of movement. I want to know, Discord, you're another one. How many gold chains did it take for this outfit? And how heavy is this outfit? Okay. Next up is Mia Starr. Now, at first I thought Mia Starr was Vita. Y'all, I was tired last night after being live. I was tired. And I was like, oh, that looked like Vita. I just went straight and took the photos and Mia Starr. Extra credit for originality. Okay. Mia Starr. Now she's in all black, but here's the interesting thing about Mia's all black. Off of her gloves, and let me take your comments off for a bit. Off of her gloves, it's you remember the old VHS tapes? Okay, y'all remember the tape is the black tape on the inside. Her arms, her whole cape is tape from that era for VHS tapes, that film. That's her whole cape. She said, hey, the video you thought that was, out there, it's destroyed. I'm wearing it. Okay. So I see 10, I see an 8. Okay. This is Vita. Vita won the lip sync battle with Juicy last week. Okay. So yes, this is Vita. It's all tape. And they say she's a rich widow. She dressed like a rich widow. But it has a lot of movement. If y'all could think of all that film just blowing in the wind as you're walking, it has a lot of movement. None of the queens, I think, had anything that didn't move. Okay. But definitely. She could win with that on Project Runway. Exactly. If we had an unconventional challenge, But you see, there's the time constraint. How much film did it take Vita to make that entire cape and dress? That's what I would like to know. But Vita, absolutely, it was amazing. I thought, sorry, Mia. I thought it was Vita. And see, I'm still saying Vita. Mia Starr, absolutely amazing. I agree with y'all scores. Next up. Okay. We have Darlene Mitchell. Okay. We have Darlene Mitchell. That moved so much, it was hard getting a photo. Okay. That is all tinsel. In Darlene Mitchell, all you see that is gold, it is all tinsel. And her hair would look like kind of like feathers. But Darlene Mitchell, this was all, I guess she was wearing a red cat suit, and she had the extended shoulders and the tinsel. Because it's basically, these queens coming up now are like, I ain't got the lip sync for my life this week. I ain't gonna be on the bottom. I already had my chance last week to go to average at 5, 7. Y'all, it moved. It's all tinsel. She said thousands of tinsel. So I don't know how she got that on there. I don't know how heavy that thing is, but structurally, I'd be interested in how that was put on. It does look like, I'm sorry, y'all, it looked like the football protection. The football protection, you put all of that on it. Cheryl says 8.5 for her creativity and her walk. Yes, Darlene. Darlene walked the heck out of that outfit, and she didn't have to move much for all that tinsel to be moving around. Darlene, definitely. I did like this. It was different. She said she went for, what the heck is she wearing? That was what she was going for. And I think she slayed that. Okay. Darlene is a 5. Okay. I see a 5, 7, 8.5, and a 5. Now here, next is Vita VonTesse Starr. Now, Vita, I was disappointed. You could give Vita for a 40, but I was disappointed. I was expecting another large gown. Vita a 40, 20. She slays every week. I was expecting more, y'all. I wanted more from Vita. I wanted more movement. Yes, she has the beads around the waist. Yes, she has it around her shoe and the shoulder pads, and she has the beaded, wig. Vita slays every week. I know, but I wanted more. This was tame for me. Tame. Right. Liked it, but not much movement. I was expecting vavoom. But hey, Vita is like, hey, it moves. It moves. Y'all giving Vita 40, 20, 10. I'm with Cheryl at a 7, maybe an 8, 8.2. But I expected more from Vita. Her shape is impeccable. Again. Okay. Vita's shape is impeccable. Her makeup is impeccable. My thing is, I needed more. Okay. Oh, you gave more points because of the Whitney reference. Okay. It was the bodyguard wig. Okay. Okay. Love the shoes. It to me was like an elevated majorette outfit. I'm sorry. Y'all. I have high expectations for Vita. Okay. We are used to her being the best. Yes. I'm used to Vita being like, wow, bow down. That's what I'm expecting. Vita is, a victim of her own prior success and originality. But it looked like a upscale majorette. Yes, majorette. I said it. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl agrees with me. Yes, it looked like a majorette outfit that we just put some extra bling on it. It's like we just missing the twirl. Okay. Now next up is Nini Coco. Nini Coco. Now this one moved, y'all. This one moved with the wind and every movement because she was wearing a bright green like bodysuit underneath it, and it's attached to it. Every time she moved, the pieces opened up and give you a different visual. You can see basically it constantly moving. This was unique, original. Plus the hat on her head was moving and clunky and always like, like kind of clunky moving. This one moved like a dream. This one moved like a dream. Okay, it did. It moved like a dream. Oh, your heart. Yeah, this one moved like a dream with Nini Coco. It was different. It was very, very campy. Yes, and it gave a different, because of how the flaps moved, every time you looked at it, it looked different. I love that. I absolutely love that. So Nini Coco this week, you took Vita's number 1 spot in my book. I'm sorry. But Nini Coco, this looked an exaggerated shoulder, the leg, everything. She still wore heels. You know how Mama Ru feels about heels. This was, and the makeup was impeccable. I almost was like, is this a green homage because she did the grasshopper thing last week? But I don't know. Yes, well designed, well placed, well done for Nini Coco. And the last two queens on the runway, Juicy Love Dion. Okay, Juicy Love Dion. Juicy Love Dion. All of this, I wrote it down what it was. Let me pull up my notes. It's plastic shards. Plastic shards. She had a mohawk. That's what it is. She had a mohawk. And she had, the exaggerated hip, as you see there, and it went all the way down. That's a sequence bra, and that's a sequence corset. Okay? Absolutely love how this moved down the runway. Juicy was like, I may have been the winner last week. I don't need to downplay. I still need to slay. That's what Juicy gave us on this runway. Okay? That's exactly what she gave us. 9.5. She always slays. She always does. 8. Absolutely. 8.5. I'm with y'all. Juicy was moving and shaking. I don't know how she walked in them platforms, and she said that. She's like, I am slaying and I'm hitting it with these platform. I'm hitting it with these platform heels. The Bob Mackie inspired look, 10. She slayed, y'all. She's like, I won last week and I'm coming for it this week. Give it to me. Because that's my only issue. The thing is that they're judging the queens. They're judging the queens based on the performances. Yet here's a performance. Here's a queen that's not performing this week that I would have put her on the top. I would have put her on the top. Yes, required a lot of work for those plastic shards. A lot of work. Because you have different lengths. You have the two colors of black and white. A lot of work. And then you have to put it and make sure it stays in its shape and form. And the sequence on the bra and the corset. Juicy, you slayed in this. I'm sorry you couldn't be, top on the runway, okay? Next up is Sierra Mist. Remember, Sierra Mist is on the bottom, okay? She gonna have to lip sync for her life against somebody. We don't know who yet, okay? So Sierra Mist, again, this is a little showgirl number. It's the fringe right there in the on her showgirl outfit. The judging scores were way off. People had packs, Lotus. People had packs. The girls had packs. Okay. But this is again another showgirl show 2 number. I wish she had a large boa. I mean, a large boa, or come out in a large boa, how can you say, like a bedroom kind of caftan look with the boa, accentuating it, and then she open it and come out in this number. But I wish she had more. It just was for me. It was like, okay, girl, what else do we have? I agree with y'all 5s. It was moving, but it's just limited fringe. It isn't moving all over the place. I was disappointed. But she was on the bottom anyway. I'm sorry, Sierra Mist. I'm sorry. You on the bottom anyway. But for this week, based on the performances, only those 5 queens are determined to be top or bottom. I see all scores continuing. Only 5 queens are judged for top or bottom. Now, the 2 tops were these 2 ladies, Jane Don't and Athena Dion. Okay? Now, in the Raider Queen talent show, let me tell you what they said about Jane Don't. Hilarious number, because she sang a song about her caboose and her mouth. Okay? A caboose and her mouth. And the janitor. Okay? That's all I can tell y'all on this show. Athena, she did a grease number, and she was doing about oompa, and she broke a dish, there. And it was, it was okay. But again, remember, she got 2 family members on the, judging team. So they put her on tops. Okay. So she had nothing to worry about. So these 2 queens were the tops, and for the judges too. When the judges talked, they said that, Jane Don't, they were laughing all the way from beginning to end. She had a beautiful runway, and Michelle Visage said this is her favorite look, even though the color wasn't okay. And Athena, they said she was a Greek LaToya Jackson. It was fun, and the runway they liked a lot. Okay. when the judges were judging, Michelle Visage tops were Jane Don't and Myki Meeks. The bottom was Can You Please Her and Athena. For Ross Matthews, the top was Jane Don't and Athena, and bottom was Can You Please Her and Discord. And the guest judge, Emil, she said her top was Jane Don't and Myki Meeks, and the bottom was Can You Please Her and Athena. Okay. But Jane Don't and Athena were the tops, and they had to lip sync for the win. Okay. Now the other performance, we'll talk about them when we see them because they're the bottoms. It was good performances because even the one on the bottom, we know. Yes, Jane's routine was really great, and love both of their acts. Athena did enough to skate by. So when they did the lip sync battle, Athena was crowned the winner. Athena Dion was crowned the winner of the lip sync battle for the win on the stage. I think she did more than Jane Don't at the time on the stage. I think she did what she needed to do. She had little props on her outfit. So I wasn't mad. And then it put less of a target on Jane's back because Jane already been winning. The queen's already been clocking that Jane Don't be winning or be on the top. And remember, Athena wasn't picked for one group and was given the scraps from another group. So she coming for y'all. So her win, she feels vindicated. Athena does. Okay. The bottom queens. This is based on their performances. Now, Myki Meeks, she did a Bride of Frankenstein burlesque show. It was really nice. I did like it. Myki Meeks, I liked your performance. It was well done to me. The judges did say they wish she went further with it, but it was cute and she had a cute runway. Okay, we already heard what the judges say, tops and bottoms. Can You Please Her? It was original song about her. She used, a fan. She had got the Madrid flag, dance, but she forgot her lyrics, her own lyrics. Then RuPaul and Michelle Visage were talking about, she was singing the chorus. She was singing a chorus and not the main lyrics. So Can You Please Her? They're watching you. And we all saw it. Okay, we all saw it. Now, the judges say they loved her butterflies. And can you remember the lyrics is what they said. I said, daggone it. They're using your name against you. Not Can You Please Her, but can you remember the lyrics? And nothing was special about her performance. They said it is done every night at a bar. I said, ouch. Daggone it. You lucky, Kenya, that they ain't judging. But RuPaul says, Can You Please Her brings the personality, but not the performance. You thought it was a tie at the top? Yes, Myki Meeks was mistreated. Love Kenya, but she should have been in the bottom. Yes, Kenya should have been on the bottom. I agree. Totally agree. But they're like, hey, her personality needs to marry her performance. The personality is there. And she has one-liners. And of course, y'all know with the exclusive video that I dropped, I couldn't put it out there because I was busy today. Okay. But yeah, Can You Please Her was on the bottom for most of the judges, all the judges. So she definitely would have been on the bottom. Okay. Then for Discord Adams, what they said about her was she did a rock song. She's not going to sing another drag song. She played the piano, she played the electric guitar, she played the drums, and she sang about she's not going to do another drag song. Now, the judges loved that it was punk rock. She was not their favorite on the runway tonight, but they do see that she's trying to change her walk, and they applaud her for that. So then they say, Can You Please Her? You are safe. Can you please her? You are safe. And she was like, oh, and she ran to the back. Ran to the back. The judges were right. You could catch her show at any bar. So only because the other queens are rating. And I think they're keeping Kenya around because they think they can beat her later. I'm just saying. That's just me. Okay? I'm just saying. So she should be she should be on the bottom. She should. So next up, the judges said, Discord Adams, you are safe. So that meant Myki Meeks was on the bottom, and Myki Meeks was lip syncing against Sierra Mist with one of my favorite songs. Okay, let's get it together. They were lip syncing one of my favorite songs. Britney Spears is Toxic. If you ever disturb me when I'm listening to Toxic, I'm gonna have to start that song all over. I'm addicted to you, but you know that you're toxic. What? Come on, you want to take a sip of this devil's cup? Absolutely love Britney Spears is Toxic, and I love to see the queens perform it. Too high, can't come down. It's in the air and it's all around. I'm sorry, y'all. This is, I know, remind me, Elsie, this is not Fridays Unscripted where we talk about music. Okay? Okay? That must be the reason they're keeping her because, they aren't keeping her because of her talent. Probably to go to Africa. I agree with you. So Myki Meeks and Sierra Mist, they did perform Toxic. Britney Spears is Toxic. And Myki Meeks slayed. Myki Meeks used her hair, used her body. Her performance was subtle, but she did like a three times spin. I'm telling you, it wasn't all the way out there because she didn't need to. And the way Kenya Pleaser said Sierra Mist is doing some wet girl performance on the stage. I said, Kenya, don't go too hard. Because they said your performance could be found at any bar. Okay? Any bar. But, RuPaul said, Myki Meeks, Shantae, you stay. So Myki Meeks is saved. And Myki said, I am coming for all of y'all for putting me on the bottom, knowing that my performance wasn't bottom worthy. I know that's right. That was the highlight for next week. She said, I'm coming for these queens because they are underestimating me. And Myki Meeks has been really nice, really fun, really sweet. This is an edited show of what we saw in the workroom. Myki ain't been ruffling no feathers, but now her feathers are ruffled all the way. And she is coming to slay next week. She's coming for everybody that put her on the bottom. And Sierra Mist was sent home. Sierra Mist was sent home. So, y'all know what we do around here. I have a new media asset that shows you what the ratings are. So you see here, Sierra Mist has the checkered flag. Her time on RuPaul's Drag Race has come to an end. Myki Meeks, slayed, took that performance. She took that. But the funny thing with Myki Meeks is like, I'm gonna go, at least I'm leaving with, everything intact. And Ru's like, no, you're staying. She's like, I know, I'm just going back there. Okay. What was the sad part? You better ask the folks that told you it was sad and needed tissue. You better ask those folks. You better ask the folks who told you it was going to be, crying. They were both good. Sierra Mist could have won against other contestants. She could have, but she wasn't doing enough. Sierra Mist wasn't doing enough at the time. On the time. But Sierra Mist, they say, you'll forever be, a mist. Okay. You'll miss Sierra. Okay. This is the show. Somebody got to go home. I'm not Cleo, but Kenya girl, bring it. I'm disappointed again this week with Kenya please her. I'm disappointed again. I want Kenya please her to start pleasing me. I'm sorry. But y'all see the checkered flags? Y'all see the checkered flags? That means those queens, their journey came to an end on RuPaul's Drag Race, okay? So this week was Sierra Mist, and Myki Meeks pulled it out and sent her home. How y'all like them apples, okay? So, you know what? Sam, since you mentioned this, y'all, how about members? This is for the members. Members, how about we watch it together after how about we watch it live together in our hangout spot? How about we do that on a Friday night? Members gonna have to tell me. I'm gonna make a post, I'm gonna make a vote, and I'm gonna see the members and see if y'all want to do that. You know, I'm gonna have to pause it every now and again so I could grab the pictures. Okay. I'm gonna have to grab the pictures. I'm gonna have to pause it, or maybe after we watch it, I'll go back so I don't clog it. But at least for Sam and for some of the members, we could all watch it together. Okay. So Ready to Love is finito. Ready to Love is finito. Okay. Ready to Love is over on a Friday night, and they're doing the Bell Collective on OWN, but we're gonna make it a RuPaul night. Okay. You really love that. I think it comes on at 8, but we could always, start at well, it's usually more than an hour. It's usually more than an hour. So maybe what we can do is start it at 8:30. And but I'll see. But we'll do that on a Friday night. Cause I ain't got nothing else going on. Okay. I got much going on. Cheryl, you want us to watch Beauty together, or are you asking about me covering Beauty? Let me know, covering or watching Beauty. Because I was planning on talking about Beauty at the end of the entire season, like I did with All's Fair. If y'all want to talk about Beauty, see Cheryl greedy. Cheryl said both. 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 Y'all, oh my word. Okay. Oh, only because of Sam and because of Cheryl. Girl, yes, the last episode. Wow. Mm, mm. Y'all gonna have to sit through me singing Beauty by Dru Hill. That's one of my favorite songs by Dru Hill. Once this beauty is mine, we can never be apart. So Beauty is several episodes, y'all. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Beauty is when is America's Next Top Model? When is that coming out? Or is it out already? Because I got a list. I've got a list. I've got a list. I got to try and fit in interviews and everything. Y'all will have to wake up early and hang with me, or stay up late. When is the America's Next Top Model? I thought that was in the middle of February. I thought I had that on my calendar like the 16th or maybe next week. Okay. But yes, I do have America's Next Top Model documentary on the list. But if we want to watch Beauty, Sam, can you watch Beauty? It's on FX. It's on FX. I think it's February 16th for America's Next Top Model. But y'all, members, we, for those of you catching the replay, members, we do watch shows together. We have a hangout spot where we watch shows together, and they're trying to get me together. Okay. Hulu FX. Yes. So the Beauty, I put a post up for that. Okay, Sam. And people are watching it, but I decided to talk about it at the end. So how about this? Golly. And y'all know Love is Blind starts next week. It's on Wednesday. I took the day off from work, so I'm going to be Love is Blind, immersed. And Maths. Okay? Maths Australia is an episode every day. Next week starts my serious side. So tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not a watcher. Oh, you have Hulu? Okay. So then how about this, y'all? We will start watching RuPaul's Drag Race on Friday nights together in our hangout spot. Okay. And I'll put a public service announcement out there so people will know. If you are a member, we'll watch it together. That way we can talk about it on Saturday. So folks can actually see the outfits. And it'll have commercial breaks and everything in it. But we'll be watching it together the right way to avoid any copyright issues, okay? At our hangout spot. Beauty though, since you have Hulu and y'all can see it, I need y'all to catch up. Since we no longer have Ready to Love and I won't have to do any more cast things, how about we do a beauty live next week, Saturday in the evening, probably about 7 p.m. Okay. And y'all members, during our member live, we could talk about the exclusive that I dropped today. Okay. But during our messy member live on Monday, I'm gonna need y'all to hold that back because there's a whole lot of grown folk conversations out of that post that I had today. Okay. So I will put that out there. So we will watch RuPaul's Drag Race together next week, Friday in the evening. And then we'll talk beauty. Sam, you got 4, and I think it'll be 5 episodes to catch up with on beauty by next week, Saturday. And we'll talk about all about beauty. Okay. Thank you for getting you addicted to beauty. And y'all, the only reason we're not watching a movie or anything together on Sundays because hey, it's Super Bowl parties, people are going out and whatnot. But y'all gonna have me here. Okay, it'll be fine because Saturday we'll do this. Y'all know Saturday is Valentine's Day, so that's how we're gonna be spending our Valentine's Day together. We're gonna be doing RuPaul's Drag Race and we're gonna be doing beauty. Okay, we're gonna be talking beauty. Let me go set up. Now I gotta create a thumbnail. Y'all put me to work. I put in a lot of work today already, and I'm trying to get interviews set up for y'all. Okay, you're a beauty fan. Hey, I'm a Ryan Murphy fan. Absolutely, Ryan Murphy can do very little wrong. Okay, I'm an American Horror Story fan. Everything Ryan Murphy. So definitely beauty, right up my alley. So let me go create a thumbnail. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about all of all that's happened so far, and then we'll make beauty a weekly live. It may have to move because Love is Blind and Maths will be Sunday, and it may move on a Saturday. It may move Saturday really in the evenings. I'm caught up on Little Black Book 91 talking about Ready to Love, but since that is over, there's a time slot for the beauty. Okay, we're going to talk about it. But y'all, make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you like this video. Thank you, members and folks in the comments. Okay. You don't know who's playing Super Bowl? Sam, Cheryl. You know, I have no problem if we want to watch beauty together in the hangout spot on Sunday. The only thing I will say, well, okay. I'll put it out there. If anybody wants to watch beauty with me tomorrow, Sunday, you're a sports fanatic. I will see. Y'all message me. Y'all know how to message me on IG. Y'all see that there? Anybody who wants us to possibly watch beauty in our hangout spot together, watch all episodes. It will have to start. I don't know. It can't start too early because I have a 2:00. It'll have to start after our 2:00 session and go all the way. Okay, y'all say count me in. Okay, it'll have to be after, I think 2, probably about when the Super Bowl starts. Probably about 5:30 EST. We can watch all episodes of beauty, and I will pause between episodes and we could talk about each episode. Okay, it'll be Sam's first time and the rest of us will be watching it. So let me go plan these things. Okay, let me go plan this and see what the other members who were not here to talk about it live, what they talk about it. Okay, what they think. But no, I used to be a big sports fan, but I have pulled back a little bit. So let me go get something to eat, and we shall and let me go to work because y'all put me to work. Okay, but y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me. Y'all know, hit that like, hit that share, make sure you're coming back. Okay, yes, thank you. Enjoy hanging out with all of you, and as I always say, I'll see you on the next one.